Good morning. Happy Sunday and happy 11:11 time. I am enjoying a slow start to one of our last non-freezing mornings here for a bit. You can feel the storm coming on in. It's got that kind of calm before the storm feeling, which I enjoy. As usual, I'm just out in the Head Hutt to do a little stretching, a little strengthening, a little body checking before I get on with the rest of my day. And I invite you to join me if you feel like it, to whatever degree you feel like it. I'm going to start with just a little loosening up, maybe shake out the hands a bit, and then bringing my attention into the bottoms of my feet. Root myself into the center of the earth, tip the tailbone a little bit, relax the knees, kind of settle in there. Let's do some shoulder shrugs to start. So breathing in, bringing the shoulders up into the ears, and then just blowing off tension. And again, I like to imagine I'm breathing in and sticking gold dust onto those muscles and bones, and then just releasing that, blowing the dust off. One more time, breathing in, tensing up, and then just letting that go. Letting go of the past like it was yesterday, as I like to say. I'm going to go ahead and take a nice slow roll down, checking in with the spine this morning, coming past the waist all the way to the hips, aiming the hands for the floor, bring the feet a little wider apart so I can easily reach the floor, and just practice releasing the gut, releasing the back, hanging from the hip bones, letting the spine unwind with gravity a bit. I'm going to come on over toward the left just a little bit for a little torque, a little twist, and then back through center and over to the right for a little twist to that side, and then back to center again, and let's roll on up. Again, nice and slow, stacking one vertebra on the next. Just checking in with the spine this morning. Do a little more twisting. It's really pretty out in that like pre-stormy kind of way. The sky is all cozy, gearing up to be uncozy, I think. I'm going to do another forward bend, this time with a relatively straight back from the hips, a swan dive down. Coming all the way down. And then I'm going to come up for a self-hug, pulling up in the abdomen, up in the pelvic floor. Left elbow over right, pulling those shoulder blades apart, curling the spine, tucking the chin. Give a nice little squeeze there, and then releasing all that again from the hip to the floor, shaking that out. And one more time, this time right elbow over left, pulling those shoulder blades apart, tucking the chin, rolling the spine, pulling up in the pelvic floor, back in the abdomen. Releasing all that again to the floor. I'm going to walk these feet out into a wider straddle position and just tip the hips a bit, dipping on the left, dipping on the right, dipping on the left, dipping on the right, and then I'm going to move this rug and shift both feet over to the left, draping the body over that front foot for a forward fold. Can bend that leg and come into a nice deep lunge. Bounce a little bit, and then straighten that leg again, forward folding over the leg, shifting the feet to the forward, coming through the center, and then Shifting both feet over to the right. Walking the body over that leg. Just draping the body over that leg. And then bending the knee for a nice lunge on that side. And then straightening that leg again. Draping the body over the leg. Moving feet again into parallel forward position. And just hanging here from the hips in a wider stance. I'm going to put the hands on the ground for support and walk those feet back under the hips and bend the knees, swing the arms back. Coming into a slight back bend, pushing the hips forward, bringing the gaze up. And coming back to neutral. I'm going to bring arms behind the back, pulling palms together, elbows together, shoulders together. Let's do a little deeper back bend first. Pressing the hips forward, protecting the neck with the shoulders. And then coming forward, bending this time with a relatively straight back from the hips. Bringing those arms with me. Actively pulling the shoulders and elbows and palms together for a nice stretch through the shoulders, through the chest. We kind of work that around a little bit as I release through the low back, through the belly, and just kind of giving those shoulder blades a little massage, the rib cage a little massage. Let's do a gentle twist over to the left with the arms, looking right. And then the other way, looking left, pulling the arms to the right. And I'm going to lift all that, pressing through the feet, straight back from the hips, back into that back bend, pushing the hips forward. Coming back to neutral, releasing all that. Shake out the hands a little bit. Get numb a lot, so do a lot of shaking just to get the energy moving in there. Let's do some little arm circles. Speaking of energy moving, just checking out the hands on the wrists. Nice and mellow this Sunday morning. Going the other way, little circles. And then let's do big arm circles. From the shoulders, can add some breath, breathing in on the way up, out on the way out or down. And then again, the other way. Add a little knee dip if you want to get fancy. Shake that out. Let's do a little balancing and circling and stretching with the legs. I'm wearing my unstretchy pants today. I'm going to bring my weight onto the right foot. Bring that left knee up toward left shoulder. Do some little circles with the left foot on the ankle. Trying to tip the tailbone under. Stay nice and strong but relaxed in that supporting foot. Little circles. We'll do some medium circles from the knee. Just checking in with all the joints in the body today. Let's go the other way. Relaxing the shoulders. And let's do big hip circles. You can use the wall for support if need be. Try not to counter lean too much. Focusing on that supporting foot, relaxing. Going the other way with those big circles. And setting that down. Stomp that out a little and then bring the weight over to the left foot. Picking up the right knee toward right shoulder. Relaxing the shoulders, tipping the tailbone under a little bit. Making sure that supporting leg is strong but relaxed. And let's do some little circles on this side with the foot on ankle. Going one direction and then little circles the other direction. And let's do medium circles from the knee. Again, just checking in with all the joints today and the other way. And then big hip circles. Checking in with the hip joint. I don't have a good support system over here, so I'm going to have to work that supporting leg just a little bit, trying to remind it to relax. Going the other way with the big circles. And then setting that down. Stomp that out. I'm going to step back with the left foot into a moderate lunge. Pulling the back hip forward, forward hip back. Tipping the tailbone under a little bit. Nice and long and strong through the abdomen and spine. Let's bring the arms up overhead. Pressing that back heel down. Checking that I'm not crunching past the knee or past the toe with the front knee. Checking that I'm not crunching up in the shoulders. I'm going to twist to the outside plane today. Coming toward the right with the body, looking for this plane on that side, and then I'm going to slide this back heel out a little bit, come into a deeper twisting triangle, bringing the left hand down on the inside of the right knee and gazing up past the right fingertips. And I'm bringing this down and around, reaching for this opposite hip, giving a nice little squeeze to those internal organs. Gazing out past that back foot a little bit. And then unwinding all that, I'm going to bring my hand down on the outside of that right foot. Bring that foot back to meet the back foot and pressing through palms, through the spine, tipping the tailbone, pressing into the heels. Let's do a little dipping, bending the right knee, pressing into the left heel, bending the left heel, pressing into the right, pressing into the left again, and pressing into the right, and then pressing back into both heels. Again, tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head. And then I'm going to swing the body forward a little bit into a bit of a Cobra position, keeping the hands firmly under the shoulders, dropping the belly, pulling the legs together. I can see my camera is a little off the bottom, but that's going to have to be all right. Relaxing the belly, getting a nice stretch through the low back there. And then pressing through palms, lifting hips, pressing back into heels, and swinging that left foot forward into a nice deep lunge. Stepping forward with that back foot into a forward fold. Just relaxing the neck and spine. Let's come on up nice and slow. I'm going to shake that out and also see if I can adjust this just a little bit. And now stepping back with the right foot. Again into a moderate lunge. Pulling that back hip forward, forward hip back. Tipping the tailbone under. Looking for a nice strong line from the core up the spine and through the abdomen. Pressing into that back heel. Making sure this front knee is not crunching past the toes, and then raising the hands. Checking not to crunch up in those shoulders. And then I'm going to twist to the outside on this side. Looking for the side plane here. And then sliding that back foot out, bringing the right hand down on inside left leg and bringing left fingers up to gaze past those fingers, giving all those internal organs a little hug, a little squeeze, a little wringing out. I'm going to bring this hand around, reaching for that hip, increasing that squeeze, and gazing past my back heel for an extra little twist. Got some poppiness going on in the spine today. I'm going to bring this hand around on the outside of that left foot, bring my weight onto my hands, and bring that front foot back to meet the back foot. pressing through palms, through arms, through the spine, tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head, pressing into heels, pressing the heart toward the center of the earth. And then swinging the body forward, bringing the chest up through the shoulders, bringing the legs together, and gazing up as I drop the belly. Trying to squeeze legs together and relax the belly. Let the low back just kind of sway and hang, relax. If possible, squeezing those legs together helps protect that low back a little bit. And then lifting the hips, pressing back through the palms again. Up the spine, tipping the tailbone, pressing into the heels. And we'll swing that right foot forward in between the hands for a nice deep lunge. Indeed, it is nice out there. I can hear the breeze coming in. I'm going to step forward with that back foot. Hang here in a forward fold, just letting the spine hang off the hips again. Releasing the neck. I'm going to bend the knees, swing the arms back. Come back into that counter stretch, pressing the hips forward, bringing the eyes up. Don't forget to breathe and smile. Whatever else you're doing, I've been trying to get myself back in the Qigong routine, which is a lot of breathing, because I think, well, there's no time like the present. But it's as good a time as any to be getting back into breath work. I think that's one of the most important ways that we can heal, stay healthy, live long and alive. I'm going to get on with a little inversion pose. Maybe convince myself to do a push-up or two. Let's do one push-up together, shall we? I want to come back. Step back, bring the arms down, and walk out. Come into a plank position. Making sure not to sink in the shoulders, keeping the elbows in close to the body, keeping the legs together, and just coming down nice and slow. I like to count to at least 3 on the way down. And at least 3 as I hold down here. And then a 3 count back on up. 1, I try to do at least 10 push-ups a day. I used to do a lot more than that, or at least that many. It's nice to just hold in a plank position too. That's a good strengthening pose. Pulling up in the abdomen and the pelvic floor, pressing through the palms. I'm going to go ahead and lift those hips and walk the feet forward. Coming back into a forward fold. Let's roll up nice and slow, stacking one vertebra on the next. Just checking in with the spine one more time. I'm going to add a little free swinging. Bringing weight off left, weight off right. Just letting the arms hang and swing, kind of loosen them up. I hope you enjoy this storm brewing Sunday. You can feel the weather definitely getting ready to shift finally, as we've been gearing up for that for a while. Deb, it's good to see you. I hope you're taking care of you. Remembering to love yourself, because you are worthy of your own unconditional love. It's good to see you. I'll be seeing you again. Peace.